We're here at TechCrunch Davos, TC Davos, and I have here Deborah Dugan, the CEO of Project Red, and also Christian Lanng from Tradeshift. Now, you've just made an announcement here at Davos about a new partnership. We're familiar at TechCrunch with Tradeshift's platform. It's about procurement, but firstly, can I ask you, Deborah, why did you decide to make this partnership with Tradeshift?
Well, the Red model is really about innovation and looking for partners that can help spread awareness and donate money and in the fight against AIDS to the Global Fund. And we sort of run ourselves a little bit like a startup in that we try to come up with innovative ways. We look for new technology. We look for social media and different plays to get to people that we might not otherwise reach, and in sweeping big ways and make it easy for them to participate. So the deal with Tradeshift is, I think, brilliant in its inception, and I congratulate you for making the phone call to us to say...
He called you?
Absolutely. And
right.
He said, you know,
chased down.
What about procurement for good? What about looking at all of the e-commerce play when people are sourcing for their company? And if they could just easily, in the model, make it for good and make it solve one of the world's worst problems, shouldn't we do that? And again, on innovation, that call was 7 days ago. And we have just been nonstop figuring out what's the best way to do that. How do you do it creatively? How do you do it provocatively? How do you do it seamlessly? How do you... And so we've been working hard together, but that's what innovation is all about.
It's amazing you put this together so quickly. So the function of it will actually be on as an app on the Tradeshift platform, Christian. How's it going to operate day to day? Tell us about that.
We just came out with our new Tradeshift Buy platform, which essentially is the whole procurement platform for large corporates last summer. And it's an app platform, so you can run apps from different services. Right now it's like risk management, payments, and so on. But we thought it was really interesting also to try to bring in other brands and the idea of having an impact to the buying process. And it's clear today that a lot of corporates, they're trying to attract the next generation of talent. They're trying to, really build a meaningful relationship between what they're doing and the impact they're having. And for us, I think Red is just such an amazing brand. It's a iconic brand that we're looking up to, and we thought bringing those two together was just a no-brainer. And I think one of the things that really stood out is today, corporate globals that are trading, they're putting more than $6.7 trillion down in the supply chain. So if we can tap into that and use that to create an impact, it's the biggest amount of money being moved in the world. So.
That's amazing, isn't it? And what sort of levels of cash can this generate for Red?
Well, it's a minimum of $3 million guarantee, but the possibility is endless, right? If you fish where the fish are, and people get engaged, and I think that the propensity, especially for this generation, is to look for tools to do good. And so if you just see it, you're like, why wouldn't we do that? And the same as Tradeshift is making it incentive for them to participate as well by matching. So the model is just one of these win-wins, although it sounds cliche, but it's a win for them, it's a win for Red, and it's a major, major win for those on the ground that get the impact and feel the benefit of life-saving medication that costs 30 cents a day.
I mean, companies have to procure. They might as well procure for good, correct? It's interesting, isn't it? Because Red has really been quite innovative in the way it raises funds for the Global Fund. You did a whole operation with the App Store, turning the top apps red as well. I mean, where do you get these ideas? Where are they, do you have a sort of full-time innovation team?
Well, there's only 15 of us in New York City, and we do innovate a lot. And but we count on our partners. We tend to look for people that are doing something interesting in a space and say, what is it that we could perhaps do with them that's not been done before? So we're 10 years old here at Davos. This is where we started. I know. And it's been 66 companies now that have been engaged with Red in one form or another throughout the years. But we're looking about the next 10 years, and what will that innovation be? And who is it that we can partner with that's going to, again, make it easy for people to participate?
Are you hoping that a partnership with Tradeshift in this manner, and a well-known startup, that other technology companies are going to get involved with Red?
It sets such a great example. The tech community, I think, also is saying, what is it that we can do, with e-commerce? What can we do with a shared economy that shows shared responsibility? So the, Airbnb, the Ubers of the world, I think it's now the norm, and in fact, this generation, it's a must.
Yeah.
So you need to figure out creative ways to get people to participate, to do good.
I see. And Christian, is this first of other kinds of collaborations along these lines, or is this good enough for you right now?
I think this has been a really important step for us. We started Tradeshift with the idea we wanted to democratize business and give equal access. So it's been in our DNA for a while. Last year we were here at Davos. We got a prize for being a digital disruptor within the circular economy. So we have been involved, but I think in a meaningful way where we're also bringing value to our customers. And I think this year is so exciting also because we have 500,000 companies on the Tradeshift platform. And one of the really new things we've done here, we can actually involve them and bring them into the Red family also. And I think that's something that excites them as well. So I think it's a really great model. And I want to echo what Deborah says. Red is absolutely operating like a startup. It was like collaborating with any other startup we ever worked with. And in 7 days, it was incredible.
And we're a global brand, and so people now care about global issues. So it engages, people from China, from Russia, all over the world in easy ways. And we look, quite frankly, to disrupt philanthropy, right? I mean, that's sort of, Red is a brand.
Yeah.
It's very different. We take risks. There's a lot of innovation that fails, and there's a lot of innovation that works. We go straight from, cutting off things that are not working to what is the next thing. So with Snapchat, we just did the first global filter for good on World AIDS Day. We have a great deal
That reaches an entirely new audience, of course, on Snapchat.
Of course, and they want to participate. So the response was amazing, and Gates matched anybody using the filter, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, 3 million like that.
Yeah.
So that impact on the ground is staggering. And we've raised $350 million in the fight against AIDS, but we want to get to eliminating mother-child transmission by 2020. So the next 5 years, we're just looking for that next disruption, and we want to be there.
Amazing. And I'm afraid, finally, I cannot let you go without asking you what it's like to work with a rock star, with Bono, who is the co-founder of Red. I'm a bit of a fan myself.
Yeah, he's creative in his demands of what else can we do? So
Does
we
he
always
feed? Does he throw ideas at you
constantly,
all the time?
Constantly, and that's a good thing.
Fantastic. Well, Deborah Dugan and Christian Lanng from Tradeshift from Red, thank you so much for appearing with us with TechCrunch at Davos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.